Hello guys, it's Mika Online TV and welcome to my channel. So guys, on my video today, I want to show you guys how to create a professional CV, curriculum vitae. So guys, before creating your CV, there are different things you have to consider. First of all, you have to consider the country that you want to make your application to. So if you are making your application to a company in Germany, your CV should be created with a German language. So if you're also making your application to a company in England, your CV should be created with English. So the country that you are making your application to, your CV should be created with that country's language. So it's very important, guys. So another thing, you have to structuralize your CV in the right way. You shouldn't allow your CV to be more than 2 pages of A4 paper. And another thing, you have to consider the color combination of your CV. So a black text on a white background is enough, guys. So guys, you stay tuned with me, man, as I give you the overview on how to create a professional CV that will guarantee you a job interview and subsequently guarantee you a job offer. Stay tuned with me, guys, as I give you the overview. So guys, the first thing to start with your CV is your personal data. And on your personal data, you start with your name. Your name should be written with a bigger letter. The alphabet should be bigger than the other information that are contained on your personal data, so that your name will stand out from the other information that are contained on your personal data. So the next thing is your address, then your phone number and your telephone number. You need to put your address, your phone number, your telephone number, because of, if the company wants to reply you, they can actually get to write you, get your address so that they can write you. And also, if they wish to call you, they can also have your phone number to call you. So the next one is your email address, because if you make your application online, the company wants to reply you back, they will also get your email address to reply you. So the next thing you have to put is your date of birth. So date of birth is something that is very important if you are making an application to a company in Germany. According to Just Landed, it says that an application, a CV without a date of birth is considered to be incomplete in Germany. So your date of birth is very necessary if you are making an application to companies in Germany. So the next thing you have to consider is your nationality. So your nationality should be written if you are making an application to companies in Germany. Like I said earlier, if you are making an application to UK companies or the American companies in America, of course, you don't really need date of birth and nationality, because according to an Equality Act, it states that there shouldn't be any kind of a discrimination, based on race, your nationality, or your prejudice. So guys, but if you're making an application to a German companies, it's very necessary that you put your date of birth. So guys, the next thing you have to put is your application passport photo. So they have this professional application passport photo, not just anyhow photo. If you go to a photographer, you ask that photographer to give you a professional application photo. So guys, this is a professional application photo. This is how it looks. So if you are making an application to a company in Germany, an application photo is needed. I know some countries like in the UK and America, they don't need that application photo. But if you are making an application to a German company, you have to put your application photo. So guys, the next thing you have to write is your career objectives. Your career objective is a brief statement that expresses your professional goal. And you have to keep it short, and you have to be honest with it. It's very necessary. Like most people from this period, they will just start with their educational careers and their qualifications. But it's very important that you start with your career objectives, so that your employers will get to read your career objectives, because your career objective alone is enough to entice them, to hire you. So it's very necessary that you start with your career objectives. So guys, the next thing you have to write down is your work experience. You have to display your work history. You have to include the date and the location of the company that you work. And also the position. You have to be very clear about the industry, and you have to also be specific about the position that you had in the company that you worked. So you don't have to lie about it. You have to make it easy, and so that the company that you are making application to, they will also read it and get to find reasons, see reasons to hire you as well. So the next thing, guys, is your key responsibility and achievement. So this is the next thing you have to write down. So you have to write down the key responsibility and achievement, what you achieved throughout this period that you worked at these places that you wrote. So you have to put them down, because this alone is enough to also entice your employer to give you the job offer. Guys, the next thing, you have to put your education and qualification. So you have to write the name of the schools, the university, or the vocational training, the name of the place you studied, the time duration, the year, the month as well. And you also have to write the place that you studied or that you did your vocational training. So this also includes your university education, all your practical, everything concerning your education and your qualification. You have to put them down on this very session. So guys, the next thing you have to write is your other skills. In Germany, if you are making an application to German company, your other skills, should be your driver's license, your computer knowledge, which packages do you know in computer. You have to include them. If you know your Excel, if you know PowerPoint, if you know Word, Microsoft Word, you have to include them on this session. So guys, the next thing you have to put is your hobbies and interests. You see, this is actually the session that most people do. They don't care about this session. But I tell you, considering your hobbies, is a very good, way for you to entice your employers. And you have to carefully choose your hobbies and your interests, because you have to choose your hobbies that relate to the kind of profession that you're applying to. Because there are some hobbies that do not go well with some profession. As you can see from my overview, you see what I wrote down as an accountant. I wrote my hobbies and interests. I wrote reading. I wrote photographing and travel. As a photographer, you have to be calculative, so that goes well with an accountant. So you have to choose well about the kind of hobbies and interests, because this very session is very, very important. This alone is able to entice your employers to give you the job. So guys, the last but not the least, you have to write down the place that you are, the place that you created the CV from, and the date that you created the CV. So you have to write them down, and in most cases you can leave your signature there, but it's not that necessary, but you can actually leave it down there. So guys, that is all I have for this video, and I wish and I hope this overview of mine will be helpful to someone out there, and please beg you guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel, and please you can actually hit that red sign there that says subscribe to the channel, like this this video. Please, if you have any question, if you have anything at all, comment below this video, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Stay blessed and remain